Man, it's a nice day out, guys. Next week is Christmas and it's almost 60 degrees out, so perfect December day. Honestly, I kind of wish it was a little colder because I like snow on Christmas, and it's supposed to be the same next week, and I don't think we're gonna have any snow. But anyway, guys, quick video here on the Rookie Speed, the Yokomo Rookie Speed that I built a few episodes ago. I've had a chance to practice with it and to race it a couple times, and so far I'm pretty impressed with it, so I thought I'd give you my thoughts on it. So first off, if you're not familiar with this car, this is a Yokomo Rookie Speed RS 1.0. It's basically Yokomo's entry-level touring car, and since I'm a newbie at these, it's the perfect car for me. First time I took this thing over to the mall and ran it in our indoor carpet track, which is in Terre Haute, Indiana. By the way, if you guys live around Terre Haute and you're looking for a place to run your car, they have an indoor track in the mall. It's called Challenge RC. Nice little place. Take a look if you're in the area here and stop by and visit. During my first practice session, I did end up breaking a few parts on it. It was mostly my fault from hitting the wall. I actually hit it several times, really hard, and ended up breaking a steering knuckle and one of the C-hubs. Pretty easy to replace. About a 10-minute fix on each one of those. But I'm thinking going forward that those are going to be weak spots on these cars if you're going to crash them into the walls like I tend to do. So I'm going to get some of those ordered. I have heard that the steering linkage here is kind of a weak spot on those. So I've got the servo on this is not finding center really well. It's kind of wandering all over the place. So I've got a new servo ordered, and with that I've ordered a servo saver to replace the steering horn, the solid steering horn here. I figure that'll give this car some cushion in the front end and maybe keep me from breaking so many parts on it. So I raced this twice and did really well. I came in first place both times and had some really fun tight racing with some of my buddies. Good times. I mean, that's what it's not really about whether you come in first, second or third or whatever. It's just having fun. I mean, these are toy cars. Nobody's gonna care the next day when you go to work. None of your buddies are gonna be impressed because you told them you got first place running a toy car. No one cares. But we had a good time, and that's what's important. This car to me is really easy to drive. It handles really well. The way they have you set it up out of the box, I think will pretty much perform on any track that you're on. I think the biggest thing is getting the right tires for your track. These are US GT belted tires. I think these are Gravity RC, I think, is who makes these. And as long as I dope them up before every race, they seem to handle just fine, especially once they warm up a little bit. Right out of the box, you're going to need to probably get a different spur gear and probably a larger pinion gear. The spur gear that comes with this is I think it's an 89 tooth or 86 tooth, but it's way too large and the car really goes slow. So I ended up putting a 80 tooth spur gear on here. This is an Axon spur gear, which fit on there actually fine, and I'm running a 34 tooth pinion on there, and that sped the car up quite a bit. I noticed when I was racing that the other cars were on the straightaway, they were way faster than this car, and so I definitely need to speed it up. And once I put those on there, I was running just as fast as everybody else. So just keep that in mind. You're probably going to have to upgrade your spur gear and your pinion gear on these unless you want to be running real slow. The only thing I don't really like about it is the shocks that it comes with. Now yesterday I cleaned them all up, but I can already tell that there's some seepage going on. Actually, yesterday I took these apart and filled them up. They weren't really low, but I'm getting a lot of seepage around the bottom shock collars here. Kind of see it there too. I think it's just a poor design on these shocks. Now they function fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're pretty cushy for shocks, but I think there's only one O-ring in there, and so I think just the design itself kind of lends them to leak a lot. Not a big deal. I might get new shocks in there just because I don't like them leaking all over the place, because the A-arms kind of get wet and stuff, and it just kind of makes a mess of everything. But not a big deal. But I might end up getting some different shocks on this. I don't know. But very happy with the car so far. Like I said, if you get some different spur gears and some pinion gears, so you got some gearing options, get some decent tires on it, I think you're going to have a good time with this car. I don't want anything too complicated. I mean, you can spend $1,000, $1,200 on one of these touring cars. This one, $200 for the kit. I really can't go wrong with that. For my skill level, this is all that I need right now with my skill level. I did have to adjust the ride height a little bit because the first time I raced this, I was skidding around a little bit, so I think I had it too low. I was a little concerned about these belts because I've never had a belt-driven car. I'm running them kind of loose, which I think is fine for indoor and for the motor that I'm running. Have not had any slippage on it, so I think they're adjusted about right. But guys, I'm going to keep racing this thing, and as I race this, I'll bring you guys along with to let you know anything else that happens with the car and how I progress with it. So anyway, guys, please like the video, and if you guys have one of these cars and you guys have any tips for me, please leave it in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. So anyway, guys, you guys have a Merry Christmas, and please check back.